Morning. I was wondering, I say Cambridge Police in the title, but I was wondering, it's professional standards. I was wondering if they'd bother replying at all. It's gone to the IOPC now with a personal complaint against this Inspector T. Perks. Who has a scanned-on signature. What a surprise. It's everything I've called them in my emails rings true, as we'll find out when we get into this. But they're still saying, don't be nasty to us, we're only trying to do our jobs. Well, why don't you investigate 25 years worth of theft in the public purse orchestrated by John Major, if you want to do your fucking jobs? Accept my apologies for the significant delay. This incident, of course, goes back to May the 18th. It's dated, I think, May the 19th on the channel, because I uploaded it over midnight. Cambridge Police really have nothing better to do, I think it's called. 27 minutes of rip-roaring fun. So yeah, you've only taken 6 months. Not bad. A load of shit about how they don't actually investigate crimes, they just reinvestigate investigations. Not quite sure what the point of them is, really, but... Sure, the initial complaint was for local resolution. Now, steer clear of local resolution, guys, if they ever suggest this, because it's just them. I mean, professional standards is the fucking police, isn't it? You know, they're all fucking mates together. But local resolution, if you go into that, you've lost already. The complaint was assessed on face value. Really? I'm also satisfied that the conduct complained about, even if it were proven, in brackets, so you're not trying too hard then, would not involve the infringement of a person's rights under Article 2 or 3 of the European Convention on Human Rights. Paragraph 6, Schedule 3, Police Reform Act 2002. That's just, I'm not even going to bother looking that up, just a load of shit. He's just put that in there to cover himself, straight away the bottom of the first page. Might as well write back to me and say we haven't fucking bothered investigating a thing. It was not subject to special requirements. No, really. Officers doing what the fuck they want when no one knows where they are or what they're doing or who they're doing it with. That's not special at all, is it? Did not meet referral to the independent officer police conduct, which I've just done, actually, so fuck you. Therefore, I conclude that this complaint was suitable for local resolution and Police Sergeant Fillery. Remember him, Police Sergeant McFilliface. I'll get on to that in a bit, but what I'm about to mention. When the independent officer's statements, which was a paragraph and basically consisted of the bailiff then done all the knocking. That was a thorough investigation carried out by Sergeant McFilliface. I forget when that would have gone up. I think July sometime. I think I saw a date for July in here. Your original appeal submission was received via email on the 30th. There you go. So look for Sergeant McFilliface or something to that effect, if you want to see that one. So the local resolution will not result in disciplinary proceedings. No kidding. Point 1 is largely in relation to the actions of the bailiffs that attended and the stringent communication strategy that has been put in place by Huntingdonshire District Council. I didn't know they had put a stringent communication strategy in place. Was that when they told me I wasn't allowed to contact any council, ever? I don't know. I don't know where that's come from. Point 2, reference to the validity of the warrant that the bailiffs were attempting to execute. Bailiffs. So he's now saying there was more than one bailiff there. Okay, that's a lie, for a start. You advise the warrant expired in November 2018 and make an exaggerated claim. Nothing, sadly, about your conduct in this case is exaggerated. But the officers who attended to prevent a breach of the peace, yes, heard that line before, are complicit. So they were standing there with an out-of-date warrant that they'd validated. They'd said that warrant was fine, there was no problem with it. Fucking 5 of them. And they weren't complicit. Honestly. This is the best bit. You remain able to challenge this with Marstons themselves. So it's all the bailiff's fucking fault. It's all the bailiff's fault that 5 coppers turned up. It's all the bailiff's fault that they validated an out-of-date warrant. And it's all the bailiff's fault that they stood there for 27 fucking minutes knocking on the door and ringing the bell. Fantastic. What was your name? Chief Inspector T. Perks. You're a fucking legend, mate. Point 3. The power and ability to force entry was not met on this occasion, and this is why officers did not take this action. But you had a criminal warrant, that's what you said. I didn't say that, you said that. That was a criminal case, apparently, which Chris Green didn't bother turning up to before he left his job. For reading the accounts on this case, whether you were present or not, there was no indication that you were present, and therefore officers did not take action. Right, so commit a criminal offence, guys, and if the police come round, just don't answer the door, pretend you're not in. It's fine. And the warrant will probably be out of date anyway. Point 4, you make various suggestions that officers are responsible for a number of offences simply because you refer to a video that you allege contains footage of someone shouting through the letterbox the word police. I hate to do this, but it was a bit more exaggerated than that. It was actually, hello, it's the police, can you come to the door, Paul, mate? So he's glossed over that completely. I am of the opinion that this footage, even if it were to be viewed at this juncture, does not amount to a criminal offence. Aiding and abetting a private limited company in fraud. I think you'll find that's a criminal offence. Further consideration of this point is disproportionate, so we'll just fucking forget about that. Don't fucking worry about that. We can commit all the criminal offences we fucking want. Point 5. I can't remember what these points are without looking back at the emails I sent. I will refer to my summary above, so I have no idea what that's about. Point 6. If you wish to make a further complaint so that the mode of transport for those involved in the incident on 18th May 2019 can be ascertained, you remain able to do so. Yes, because Sergeant McFilliaface said they turned up separately. And in fact, I think the bailiff turned up with 1 police officer and then 4 more arrived or something, even though I only saw 1 police van drive off. And the bailiff in his own van. So, did not even fucking address that. Neither actually, because of all the lies Sergeant McFilliaface told, the deal then became that they were to investigate all my previous complaints because it was all the same fucking modus operandum. Knock, knock, knock on the door, fucking no warrant. They're just relying on you to fucking open it so they can arrest you. Do you know, I bet they would have charged in and tried to kick the fuck out of me if I'd opened the door that day. It's actually just occurred to me now. In conclusion, you make reference to your displeasure about the utilisation of the local resolution process. Yes, that's what I've just done in this video, actually. As you will be aware from previous complaints against police, although your consent is... this is good. Although your consent to use this process is desired, it is not essential. So that's bollocks, because lawfully you can say you do not want it going through local resolution and they're supposed to listen to that. So he's just fucking made that up. I'm guessing you're retiring soon, Chief Inspector. Because as we know, if they resign, they haven't committed a crime. I'll sing along now. Oh, in fact, if you're in charge of an operation that leads to someone's murder, you get promoted to Chief Constable of the Metropolitan Police. But yeah, I'm guessing you've done your service, Chief Inspector, and you're probably off out the door already, to be honest. This is probably the last letter you posted. While I am able to acknowledge your email of 13th July as your initial appeal, I am aware that there have been numerous emails received in the Professional Standards Department which have been on occasion somewhat inflammatory and wholly unnecessary. Well, no, because you never answer any fucking questions, do you? You just sit there and go, oh, we're all coppers and we're all bent and we're all down to Freemasons Lodge, all having a drink with our bailiff and council chums. You never answer any fucking questions because you don't consider yourself fucking accountable, you lying bastards. You refer to the police as lying scum, corrupt, dishonest, thieving, narcissistic, vile psychopaths. So the truth, then. You don't like the fucking truth, do you? These words, to mention only a few, are taken directly from your correspondence into the... Yes, right. Good. Well done for being able to pick out words. I will refer to your manner of communication in concluding this assessment. They're going to do me now. Just wait for this one. If you want to go down that road, guys, that's fine. I don't really fucking care. It cost you a Chief Constable last time. Not to mention, Judge Enright of Peterborough Crown Court said I wasn't allowed to contact the court, nor submit any evidence, nor speak to any court employees, ever again. Not to mention, of course, in 3, 4, 5 times there were or were not court hearings, I was never once allowed to... all my evidence was completely fucking ignored. I was never once allowed to give any. And if I did, it was ignored. Complainant states that a large amount of officers attended the complainant's premises on Saturday 18th May assisting a company called Marston's. The complainant alleges that the officers did not inform him why they were there, even though the officers were seen laughing with the employee from Marston's. The complainant alleges on Saturday 18th May no paperwork was posted through the door, no warrant was mentioned or produced, and no one justified the large presence of officers. And you still fucking haven't, because you still don't know who they fucking were, do you? The above was broken into 5 points, and these points are contained within the final letter. Okay. Local resolution. Oh, the local resolution action plan that was identified by the investigating officer is not documented in the final letter. Well, don't worry, I've still got his. It's just clear, nothing's clear in this, that the investigating officer has undertaken a number of actions to address your complaint. This includes reviewing the original incident that was received by police, which generates the police attendance. Officers were also spoken to and asked to account for their attendance. Yes, that was when the bailiff done all the knocking. That was them accounting for their attendance. In relation to the allegations you made, I find the investigation was proportionate. Oh, fuck off. I have reviewed the investigative strategy of the investigating officer during my review, and I am satisfied the investigation was proportionate. I'm satisfied a proper outcome has been reached in accordance with the relevant statutory guidelines. By the way, do you know what this guy's job title is? Head of Business Management. I'm not lying. There you go. I've taken into account your displeasure that the officers attended on occasion and that there are occasions when the police are involved in matters relating to you. So that's all my previous complaints dismissed. In relation to this particular incident, on behalf of Cambridgeshire Constabulary, please accept my apologies that you felt that you've cause for complaint in relation to the actions of the officers in this case. Well, I challenge anyone not to have reason to fucking complain about them. Your appeal has provided me with a platform to consider the numerous emails that have been received by this department from you and the manner in which you approach communication with the constabulary. So he's just wandered off now. Now he's going to threaten me, having not answered any questions still, because everything that's pertinent has just been fucked off into the distance. As I've referred above, your use of derogatory terms and words when referring to officers is not necessary and is considered to be inflammatory. Well, I've got a list of about 1,000 charges against Cambridge Police, but of course you're above the law, aren't you? I have considered whether or not your continued correspondence in this way would reach a criminal threshold. I particularly refer to Section 1 of the Malicious Communications Act 1988. There are a number of occasions when your email correspondence falls into the categories that are defined. Lying scum, yes. Corrupt, yes. Dishonest, yes. Thieving, certainly approve of theft. Narcissistic, well, you just make up all the fucking evidence and don't listen to anyone else's. Vile psychopaths. Yes, you enforce warrants that you know are completely unlawful. Well, I'd say that's bordering on fucking psychotic. Your email of the 18th of August 2019 at 19:31 is considered to be particularly offensive. However, I'll have to look that one up. However, there are numerous others that I could refer to. Yes, but there's numerous crimes I could refer to committed by Cambridgeshire Police, but again, I'm not allowed to contact the court or submit any evidence. So, well, I'm fully mindful that while police officers continue to have interaction with you for whatever reason, well, I haven't seen them since May the 18th. You will remain unhappy about this, and it is anticipated that this will ultimately result in complaints being made about them. But when they break the law, I feel that's a good time to make a complaint. I mean, if you don't break the law and you actually answer questions honestly, I'm not going to make complaints, am I? It's not fucking rocket science. Well, a reasonable person can expect a level of animosity or incivility from members of the public. Well, a reasonable person. What the fuck's that? Who have cause to make complaints against police. Your email correspondence following the conclusion of this appeal process will be filed and considered for the possible offence of malicious communication. You must desist from using language that is considered to be threatening, abusive, or insulting in any correspondence with the police. Well, it's not my fault you're a bunch of big fat pussy poofs, is it? Fuck me. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry if I caused a complaint, but I'm going to threaten you with fucking arrest. You fucking peasant. Do as you're fucking told by the Nazi fucking establishment. You remain able to make more complaints against police, however, with immediate effect. These will need to be routed via the IOPC, done this morning. Online complaint form, yeah, right. Emails received directly from you into the PSD email address will not be responded to. There you go, not allowed to submit evidence. Chief Inspector T. Perks. I appreciate this may not have been the outcome you were seeking. However, I think the outcome's just starting, to be honest. However, the determination is final and in accordance with the relevant guidelines. Further review and the final decision in this case can only usually be overturned by the courts. It's lucky I'm not allowed to go to one then, isn't it? Through the judicial review process. I recommend you seek legal advice if you intend to pursue. Oh dear. Well done, Chief Inspector. I think you've just utterly destroyed the entire legal system. Wow.